What is up YouTube, it is Matty, and this is a Learning LaLoon episode of taking it back a step this one, because I've been showing some Town 10 3 stars, quite a few 3 stars, but I wanted to slightly change the approach on this one for us. Oh, looks like my base is doing a good job in defending this war. I know they're trying to get the 2-star on me, which looks like they have, but maybe they'll get the 3-star. Anyway, so the war is, sorry, not the war, yeah, the war's Spain, Pantanegra, and there's a particular, well, there's something I wanted to sort of make clear to everyone that watches the videos. You know, we don't 3-star every time. We don't. A lot of times it takes 1, maybe 2 cleanups to get the job done. Sometimes we get it first go if it's an easier base, so we just got a good plan. But you'll see on a lot of the war logs, it's a lot of 1-stars and 2-stars, which we then clean up when we learn where the traps are and when we just fine-tune the raids and end up bringing home all the 3-stars. So just be clear about that. So what I'm going to do is slightly change the way I do my videos, because a lot of people have been requesting this, and I do listen. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know, that I reply to everyone's comments as much as I can do in my videos, because, you know, it's I like to talk back to you guys and hear your feedback on what I do. And a lot of people request fails. They want to see people not make it, to see what we did wrong and explain that, and then see how we tune it to get a 3-star. And I just used this war as an example, and I found one which was on their number 11. So I'll show you the raid by iSolo first. Looks like iSolo had a pretty tough war with both of his raids. Poor guy, but I'm just going to pause it here. This base, so firstly it's got expos down, and its ADs aren't super well placed. I mean, it's an okay base. It's not. I wouldn't have it because expos are down. Clan castle's easy to lure, air defences are relatively accessible. It's just asking to be hogged, asking to be LaLooned. So iSolo did a very, I think iSolo did the first raid. I can't remember who cleaned it up. Xliv cleaned it up, and I'll show you what he did. So iSolo's strategy was he wanted to get the CC pool, use witches, use a proper kill squad, so a couple of barbs, witches, to get the job, to get them dead. So you can see the witch deployment here, a couple of barbs in as well to distract, queen down. So he's trying to do a full kill squad, drops a golem in as well, and he's trying to get into the queen, and he's trying to get an air defense as well. So the objective for him: kill the CC, kill the queen, kill an air defense. Anything else is a bonus. You're not really going for it. If you get it, great. So the loon's down now, all the CC's dead, so it's just going to be clean up. Sorry, it's just going to be the queen and the king. Now the king, I don't know if he missed the ability, but the king was quite weak, so he ended up dying. And then I just think the queen didn't do too great a job. She took down a couple of arch tower. Oh no, she took down 1 arch tower. But then the loon deployment just seemed a little bit off. It took a while for the loons to get over the buildings. I don't think the rage spell was quite as good. All those loons at the top side there just got hammered by traps. He didn't wait for the hound to get on top of them. So as soon as they all went in, that group died, and then you had another group appear, and because there was an air defense remaining, and because the wizard towers and everyone was just shooting them, so it ended up just fizzling out and just not quite making it. And I'll show you one more time at the loon deployment of this, because I'm really going to try and, I think by me going through it with you will help me learn, help you guys learn as well. So I'll hit play again. I'll do it in 2 times speed so you can see the raid develop. Now it's important to note he got 17 loons and 3 hounds and a golem in the CC. So that's sort of sounds like quite a normal sort of army size in terms of loons and hounds to me. I'm just going to try and sort of analyse where I think it went wrong. Firstly, let's watch the hound deployment. So okay, there's a mistake in my eyes. The hounds came in at both the same angle. I would have dropped my first hound almost down by sort of 6 o'clock to cover fire on the archer tower, potentially even both just the one arch tower, the wizard tower, because now the wizard tower's already started shooting the loons. Now the second hound as well, maybe it was dropped a little bit early, moved around. The hounds hadn't had a chance to move across. I just think it didn't quite. I just think the deployment wasn't quite right, and we'll see. I think by me now showing Xliv's version and how he did the raid, because there's a lot of similarities, a few key differences, mainly the way he took down the CC. You'll see what I mean. But Isola had 4 rage spells as well, which I'd have thought he could have done a good job with that, because that's quite a few. Normally I only get to take in 2 rage spells if I do a lightning and a jump. Not that you need a jump on this raid, because you don't, just because the queen's quite accessible. So if I go back in now and show you Isola's raid, I've got to find, sorry, Xliv's raid on, here we are. So let's look for the differences, okay? Same base obviously, because that's the point of what I'm doing. Golem straight in and a couple of wizards down to funnel. So that's straightforward, that's really easy. It's the easy bit of the raid. Wall breakers in, there's no wizard towers to take them down, so that's quite clean. Queen down first, then the king's going to go down in a second to make sure he doesn't get absolutely targeted by the by anything. Now at this point in the raid, the CC are going to get sort of involved about now. Here they come. So the king's taken down the arch tower, and you can see they're actually pretty much able to take down the expo as well. Got lightning spell to take down the CC. Now that lightning spell, yes, it's a spell down from, and he's lost a rage. But look how much smoother this has gone. He's been able to take an extra. Don't get me wrong, he's got higher level heroes, but he's able to take extra defenses down. The wizard tower as well. And then he's coming in a different way. So first thing he does, the first hound he drops covered a lot of air defenses, covered a lot of defenses. The loons are now moving through. The third hound's down as well at the top. And just look how pretty much none of the loons were getting targeted for that, for the most part anyway, because his hounds did a much better job in protecting. Now you can see he's not. I mean, he was a little bit eager maybe on the loon deployment on the left hand side, because the hound hadn't quite got there. But not so much so that, because the hound did go there eventually, and just look how many loons he's got left. The hounds are properly tanking for it now, and I think he's actually going to be end up with a hound left, which is the other side where you don't want to be. So same amount of hounds, 3 more loons I think he had. I don't think there was much more than that. And it's just turned the raid completely round from quite a few loons and pups left to well, obviously none on the other. So that hound's just being absolutely useless. It would have been great. It's great when you can time it and it just pops at the right time. So let's just confirm the army. Look, he's got 3 hounds. He's got lightning spell instead, 20 loons. And let's just watch the deployment again and watch it in ×2 speed and have a look. So golem, wizards, and this bit of the raid's fine. I like the way he staggers the king drop, because the last thing you want is your king to get targeted first. But the queen went down pretty quick, and the king, because he didn't lure, it gave the heroes time to take down those defences, and the lightning spell was perfect actually. It really did work. And the queen, because she's quite high level, she was just able to take down quite a few defences, which really helped. And just look at the hound deployment, the way it distracts those defences, those traps, allows the loons to swoop in. He's used 2 of his rage spells, his final rage just for that final air defense, and boom. If he didn't have that rage, his hound would have actually probably popped, funnily enough. I would have probably saved 2 loons for that bottom, those couple of air defences. So you just got to bear in mind that you want your loons to travel the least distance possible, to maximise, and so they don't clump up, because you can see now his loons have just clumped, and that's what loons tend to do. So if you can stop them doing that by deploying them in such a circular motion around the base in order, where they're being protected, it's going to result in a better raid. And if he'd have saved, say, 2 loons for right at the end on that wizard tower, it would have meant they didn't have to travel all the way across the map, and they would have, and only 2 of them would have taken the damage as opposed to like 6 or 7 or 8, which ended up probably doing it. But yeah, I hope you prefer this style of video. I will get better, because I haven't done this, done many cleanup raids before, so I'll get better at explaining them. But I hope this was the sort of thing you wanted to see, and yeah, let me know what your thoughts are as always, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one.